What were some of your fondest memories as a child? Now, I'm sure you're going to say something along the lines of spending time with family or doing something with your friends, or maybe you got a really cool toy, right? Or a nice book, something like that. I doubt any of you are going to say scrolling TikTok at the ripe age of 3. This is what our modern day looks like. Kids are using technology more than their brains can handle. And with parents giving their kids unlimited access to content and online, just let's be honest, brain rot, we know where this is going, right? We know where this leads. You remember when you were younger how your parents or the older generations always told you that your brain was going to turn into mush if you kept looking at the screen or watching TV too long and whatnot? That's what's happening right now. In the millions, as we speak, millions of kids' brains are turning to mush. So, why is this happening? I don't think this is a complex issue that needs a lot of investigation. It's an easy answer, right? Parenting. Parents are not doing their jobs at raising their kids and would rather give their kids an iPad or a phone at an age where they are way too young to be using and owning that. Try to recall a time where you've gone out and seen a family with the kids, or one or more kids, however many there are, using technology, right? What I'm thinking is if I'm going out for dinner and I see a family, great to see, love seeing a family out getting some nice family dinner. But you see the family, the parents are eating, or maybe they're talking to each other, whatever. And most of the time, the kids are glued to their screens. And I mean absolutely glued. Like, you cannot speak to them because they will not hear you. They are in a different world. And the unfortunate part of this is the parents probably are happy about that, right? They're probably happy that they have a moment to breathe and not have to deal with their children, throwing a tantrum or just being loud and screaming, whatnot. But it's sad to see, right? It breaks my heart to see it. This whole, what I'm going to call the technology overload, is a result of many factors, but the number one is lack of parenting, right? And let me be very clear here. Parenting is not an easy thing, and I have a lot of respect for parents. I think taking on that task is one of the hardest, but probably most rewarding things someone could do ever in life. But choosing not to raise your child because it's hard, or it it takes a lot of work, and opting out for just giving them an iPad or iPhone is the wrong way to do it. Let's all be very clear here. So I think at the end of the day, if we want to work past this issue, we got to do better. Parents have to do better. So why is technology being used by kids such a bad thing? Well, we all know why. Attention spans. And don't get me wrong, this is an issue that's facing every generation right now. Everybody's on is chronically online more than they have been in the last ever, eternity. But the attention spans of the next generation of children are cooked. Let's be honest, they're cooked, right? We used to read books when I was younger, right? We movies and DVDs were getting there, but books were my main form of media when I was younger. Nowadays, if a video is longer than 7 seconds, it's an instant scroll. The kids are instantly moving past, and this obviously bleeds into things like school and education, right? Teachers are out here competing with TikTok and Fortnite, Instagram, when they're just trying to teach basic multiplication, right? Whole generations of kids cannot focus on simple math because of how fried their brains are. We already got a glimpse of what the long-term effects of this could be with the 2020 group, if you know what I'm saying. But we still don't know what the long term, long term effects of technology overload could be for this next generation, right? We can assume that decreased education, maybe a bump down in IQ, and what I think the biggest problem will be is the social skills, right? Lack of social skills due to reduced amount of in-person interaction will be critical. When I was younger, there was nothing more exciting and more fun to do than to ride on my bike with my friends and just go anywhere, literally anywhere. Get on our bikes and just ride away all day.
What did he say?
Pause. But you know what I mean? Like leaving the house, going outside, biking around. We would go, we go to the local like Quick Mart and like the local gas station, and we'd get like snacks, or we'd pick up a Mountain Dew or whatever. And then we'd just bike around all day, right? Maybe we'd go back to someone's house that night and play some games or something, but we were outside all day biking around. I can't remember the last time I saw a group of kids doing that in recent times. I just don't see it anymore. Maybe it's happening, but I don't see it. I don't know about you. But now it's all online, right? They're playing Roblox. They're scrolling TikTok, playing Fortnite. But at the end of the day, technology will continue to grow, and kids using it will definitely not stop. So yeah, the next generation, cooked. Like pan fried, seared, like deep fried oil, whatever. But maybe every generation thinks the next one is doomed. The truth, let's be honest, they'll probably be fine. So yeah, the next generation, it's pretty cooked. It's like deep fried for 50 minutes. It's burnt to a crisp. But maybe I'm just some unk who's yelling at the clouds and telling kids to get off my lawn and whatnot. But anyways, thanks guys. Peace.